Alright, so today's video we're watching a Bronze 1 Kiriko who normally when they play they're gold on tank, but on support they're bronze. This game, they blame their tank for diving in and say it's pretty much on their tank. So, you know, it's always interesting when you have somebody who actually plays a good amount of tank too, and is saying, oh, it's all my tank, so I really want to see where it is, what the Kiriko's doing right or wrong, kind of go from there. Make sure to subscribe to the YouTube if you haven't liked this video. Leave a comment. It's time. Let's see. Is the tank feeding? Is their tank going in? Well, I'm gonna tell you right now, their tank's in spawn right now, so they certainly aren't gonna be feeding at the beginning of the map. It's time. They have an Orisa from the get-go. I'm telling you right now, look where their tank is. They're not even remotely there. So you know how they said their tank was going in too aggressive? Well, I can tell you this much. Not the start, because their tank ain't there. The only people going in too aggressive is you and your Hanzo. Your Zarya's still running back. They're like, oh, I'm here now. All right, back to spawn. What a start that was. Yeah, but tank's playing too aggro. Tank's not even there because they're in spawn. Be careful here. Wow, yeah, your tank has been the one feeding. It's been unreal. Let's go see where they're at. Oh, they're still getting back from spawn. Oh, no, watch out. Oh, man. Listen, what a start this game is. Alright. Oh, this is a treat so far. I don't even know where to start. I got step 1 to this game all ready for you. Regroup. That's it. That's the first step here. Because your team right now is getting snowballed. And this is on, like, this is on your team. I know you said it was, like, your tank. But, like, this is on your team right now. Your team right now is just not on the same page. You're all going in at different times. Like, right now, your whole team has gone in at different times. Okay. Will your team regroup? Let's find out. Will the Zarya sit and spawn? Or will the Zarya run out there again? Please, Zarya, stay in spawn. Please, Zarya, stay in spawn. Please stay in spawn. Just stay in spawn. Stay in spawn. Okay, I guess that works.
Come here.
Uh-oh. Okay, back to the Kiriko. By the way, your Zarya is one shot behind you. I just want to point that out. Your Zarya is one shot behind you. You just ran into a wall and then you're stuck. Okay, perfect. Yeah, this is a rank game. What in the world is going on? This has been an absolute roller coaster of a game. I don't even know where to begin. Like, how do I even start with that? Okay. Your team's finally here. And wait, there we go. There we go. Your team has finally won a team fight. Maybe.
Let the Kitsune guide you.
Kitsune? Alright, we take those. That was nice to hear Torb to stay in line of sight of him. Remember, they have an ult up. Try not to run out there. You're going to get rolled. All right, understandable. Okay, I got to pause for 1 second because, and I'm not saying that your tank's playing well at all by any means. You're all on a different page right now. But this has been like a team effort feed. Am I wrong? This feels to me like this has been a team effort feed. There's no way you could even look at the tank and be like, oh, this has to be our tank. This is just everybody on your team. Every single person's like, I'm going in by myself. Yes, so the support we're watching is you. Whenever they play tank, they're golden tank. So that's why, like, maybe they're, like, looking at their tank being like, oh, you know, they got to do this and that. But, like, I haven't even had an opportunity to see what your tank's doing. And nor have you, because I'm watching your point of view and you don't even look at them. Your tank is to the right. Help your Zarya. Help your Zarya to the right. You keep your Zarya alive, you're going to be... Yeah, that's where they are. Now you see him. Perfect. Your Zarya's been there for 1.5 years.
Stop the payload.
How is this? Your Zarya pushes into aggro? What are you doing? You kidding me? Your Bastion sits in the middle of the third point with a souvenir in their hand. No big deal. You're playing fine. That's it. You're playing fine. Don't run back in, by the way. Do not run back in.
Stop the payload.
No, don't stare at the payload and say stop them. Just run. Reset.
Draw strength from nature. Nice to know you have my back. I'm on fire.
There's a Bastion in the middle of third point waving at their team. I don't even know where to start with this. Their Bastion staring at the floor. What is your Bastion doing now? Yeah. First step there is blame Zarya. 100%.
Thanks for the touch-up.
Yep, that's a Zarya right there. Heal your Zarya. Heal your Zarya. Heal your... Oh, yeah, that's... What in the world is going on? I'm sorry, but what is... I don't even know what it... How can I even give any advice with this game? With what we are watching right now. This is something. Definitely, it's definitely, you know what I will say? I've always said one thing I enjoy about the Spectating series is that you can learn something and it's also entertaining. This certainly checks off the entertainment box. Am I wrong? Holy crap. So, like, listen, and I have to talk about this very quickly. As a tank player, I will say, as tanks, we will play aggressive sometimes, right? It happens. We play aggressive, we'll get rolled, etc. But, like, you're not even giving this Zarya a chance to even play passive. Zarya was sitting around the corner that you didn't look at the Zarya once and they fall over. So, like, these are the opportunities where, like, okay, you got to give your tank a shot or a chance to be able to go and make a play. So far, you've been doing, I don't know, I just, like, you're just kind of running around the map.
Restoring balance.
You said Zarya is definitely feeding? Okay. And keep in mind, we're not going to disagree with the Zarya playing really aggressive, but I'm going to ask you this question. How many times have you watched the Kiriko look at the Zarya and actually work with the Zarya and heal him? Keep in mind, I'm not saying the Zarya isn't playing aggressive, but I want to know from what you've seen so far, how often has this Kiriko even remotely tried to save the Zarya or keep the Zarya alive or heal the Zarya even into a pre-fight? That's why I'm saying it's more of a team effort.
I've got you.
One time? Okay, your Zarya saved you. Yep.
Shouldn't have put your head there.
This is a tough one. I mean, just from like an advice point of view, I like that you're taking the high ground, but I also want you to try to scan the map a little bit more for your teammates. Like, you can't expect to, like, have your tank consistently pop off here when you're not even, like, looking at your tank. Like, you'll go, like, 10, 15 seconds without even remotely looking at them. And then they fall over and you're like, yeah, they're just too aggressive. But, like, even when they're playing kind of, like, in the middle there, in between, they're just not getting a lot of help. Keep in mind, I'm not saying they're playing perfect by any means. I want to point that out. It's more along the lines of, like, they're not even having that opportunity. All right, a lot of wall climbing there. That's a Torb turret. All right. Yeah, I didn't want to climb that wall anyway. All right. Oh, yeah, this is... Now, I want to just take into account here, by the way, chat, because I've talked about this. When was the last time this Kiriko has looked at their tank? I don't know where the soldier and the Moira on their team is. When was the last time they even remotely looked at their tank? Even checked to see what their HP was, right? When was the last time? Also, I respect this Torb gameplay. Sometimes you got to keep the Torb turret up, okay? I love how that Torb turret is still alive.
Hey. Thank you. No one can hide from my sight.
Okay, now you officially have looked at your Zarya. Uh-huh. Okay, and then you're done looking at your Zarya now. Yep. Okay, we gotta pause for a second. We just have to pause. Your Zarya is low HP. Zarya is also one of the few tanks that can get rid of the passive. If I'm correct, you can bubble off the passive. So, this isn't even going to be about trying to catch up on heals because there wasn't a DPS shooting them for a while there. Your Zarya is bottom left. You go, okay, I TP in, gonna keep my Zarya alive, we're good to go. No. You TP into your Zarya, who was at 20% HP, look at them, go, all right, you're good enough, I healed you to 25% HP, see you later, bye. And then you leave the Zarya alone, and then it's on your tank. That was the first time you looked at your tank in about 30 seconds, right? And keep in mind, when you're playing support, I'm not saying you have to sit there in your tank the whole time. But it's okay to kind of scan the map occasionally and be like, oh, my Zarya needs help. I need to go to my Zarya. Oh, this teammate needs help. I'll go to them. Okay, I can play that angle now and do damage then. Yes, you want to find damage output as Kiriko, but you're also just not even paying attention to the tank. So.
The battle ignites me. I am ready to unleash coalescence. Thank you. The Kitsune is ready to be unleashed.
Show them what you've got.
How is that Torb still alive? That Torb made sure of one thing and one thing only, that their Torb turret set up there will be the last thing to go on first point. Oh, he got the Moira. Heal Zarya, just hide. That's fine.
That's Fox power.
That was certainly a
Fire at will.
Okay, that's on your tank. Yeah, that's on the tank. I got you on that one. Yep, nope, that was I don't know if the Kiriko's been saying anything yet, but you know the first thing this Zarya does is look at the Kiriko and go, so everybody having a good day? Everything going good here? Listen, and for the Zarya player, I know I say be proactive with your ultimates. I would say that's probably a bit too proactive to ult the cart. It doesn't slow the cart down, nor does it speed it up. Dude, this game has been a roller coaster.
I'm with you.
Okay. Serge, thanks for the 4 months of the British Prime. Thank you, appreciate it. All right, that's a Moira flanking you. You cannot stand there so they don't get you. If you stay right there, yeah, you have your... There we go, wonderful. So your first reaction should be to swift step out, not try to duel a Moira staring at you, and then fall over. You need to swift step out. Like, there's no... That was certainly an EMP too. Wow, the ult usage has been wonderful. I feel like a lot of the problem you're going to run into, or that I'm watching you on Kiriko, is you just tunnel vision. Like, there's like... It's very much like, okay, this is it. This is all that's happening in front of me. Anything else that is happening is if you walk in front of me, you might get a heal. You probably won't, but if you do, guess what?
I'm here.
I'm going to heal you once, and then good luck. Grab a health pack. You have the passive. It only takes 45 seconds to heal you up. All right. Oh, there it is again. The Torb turret. Yep, it's still there. Oh, a cleanse. Okay. Perfect. Yep, they're still behind you, by the way. Oh, there you go. Okay. Didn't even throw a heal to right. Didn't even remotely try to throw a heal to right. I don't... Dude, I have to stop for a second. Work with your team just a little bit. I'm telling you right now. Listen, you can go on and do your own things, etc., but, like, you're not even working with your team. I don't even know what... Start with the process of, like, is my tank okay in HP? You know, we can say 75% or above. Fine. Where is their DPS? Can I take an off angle to help my team? Where's my DPS? Can I work with them to help them? No, yours has been, I'm going to go run around the map, and I'm just going to act like there's nobody on the map except me, and then we're going to see what happens. You need to start to focus a little bit more with your team. Love how you got the point there, by the way, too. Even better. Dude. What is happening? I guess you had numbers? Yeah, they did. Okay. Wow. I'm not going to play the song for that one, but, like, they just left the point. All right, let's head back to the Kiriko.
Done playing around.
Is this where you're typing to your tank, telling your tank that they need to somehow run into the high ground by themselves with you? I respect it. You finally went into your tank and saved them. I finally happened. I know you did it earlier too, but, like, I'm just so glad to see you did it. Oh, your tank is probably so happy. They're like, wow. And yes, to answer people's questions, the charge was very aggressive by the Rhine. Yep. Regroup. Regroup. Stop going in. Regroup. Regroup as a team. Don't go there. Okay, we'll just well, I guess you're going to regroup with your team back from spawn again. All right. This is how you lose maps. Regroup. Okay, Moira went in now, too. Just to, oh, yeah, and there goes the Widow. Oh, Ryan's next. All right, wonderful. All right, there goes the Ryan. Regroup. Oh, there goes the Sojourn. Hey, you might as well go in there and see what they're up to. Just stop. You don't need to go in anymore. Stop going in. Please. It's... Regroup. Okay, your team is accidentally regrouped because of the Orisa. I think the Orisa actually just helped your team by helping your team regroup. That cleanse was somewhere on the map. Brian's getting healed. Big slam! You can swift step out of that. Okay, I think your team is... Dude, I mean, that's not on you. I don't understand what is... Swift step. Although that can be a tough one. A lot of damage. If you hold your swift step button down, it will swift step to anybody within, like, range to help out there if you need to. Your team keeps going in. Stop going in. Your team keeps going in. That's an ult. Swift step! There we go. Use Kitsune. It's last fight. Don't run there yet. That's a...
I don't give up that easily.
That one's fine. You're just going to point. Okay. So I need to verify this before I go into this next step here. You feel like the tank just dives in with no intention and expects you to respond? Is it that tank at fault, or is it you not going in? I'm gonna go with this one. I don't think anybody in your team was playing this particularly well. But, like, from your point of view, I just don't see where you can see the tank being, like, the core problem to everything. Keep in mind, the tank was playing aggressive. Don't get me wrong. But, like, you were just doing your own thing. Everything we saw was just 5 players on a team just running around in circles doing whatever they wanted. It was a team effort. This was a team effort loss. And watch, your team probably wasted 4 minutes of just staggering. Staggering would be you just go in over and over again. There's no regroup. Take those 4 minutes away from that, you have a much closer game. You weren't paying attention to your tank's HP at all. I don't know if there was, like, communication between you and the Moira saying, okay, you'll just help me heal the tank, but even then, the Moira wasn't with the tank. So there was just miscommunication or something happening on your team where, like, nobody was working together. And, like, yes, your tank was aggressive at times, but, like, look at the whole game itself. It was just everybody was everywhere. Everybody was everywhere. So for you, I really think for you to improve and focus is, like, start by paying attention to your team more. I know that as Kiriko, you want a DPS, and that's fine. You can get DPS output. But some games you'll be able to DPS more, some games you won't be able to DPS as much. So what you need to do, start with, like, the basics of, like, tank HP good? Fine. How's my DPS on their off angles? Can I join them on that off angle? Okay, not bad. Can I do some damage output? Sure. But you have to go through this step-by-step process. You just ran around the map, try to wall climb everywhere, and then fell over. So you need to start cleaning up that part of the game, and then I think you'll get better, but, like, this was just a death match. No one was even playing together. So work on that. I think that will kind of be a step in the right direction, but yeah, that was something. If you like this video, make sure to hit the like button, subscribe to all 3 YouTubes if you haven't. If you want to submit your own spectate and look in the description below, you'll see my Discord. That's where you do that. Leave a comment on this video because it just helps, and tell me what heroes you want to see, all that. Trying to get a better understanding. Same with maps. We also record these live on stream. If you look below the webcam, that is the Twitch chat. We have a lot of fun here. Stop by if you haven't. That being said, hope you have an amazing day/night.